Hey guys, this is a lesson on the drag rudiment. So let me play the drag for you first so you can hear what it sounds like. So the drag is similar to the flam in the sense that it has a main note, but instead of having one grace note, it has two. And those two grace notes are played as a double. So if I demonstrate the drag really slowly, just so you can see how it's done. So that's very slow. We wouldn't even consider that to be a drag. But once we speed it up, it's a drag. Now the important thing to realize with the drag is that we want the spacing of the notes all to be even. So here's examples of how you don't want to play it. Or it's very important to keep those notes even. So the first thing I suggest that you do is to just practice playing the drag. Don't worry about timing, don't put a metronome or anything, just focus on one drag at a time and just try and get the quality. So the grace notes need to be low in volume and the main note needs to be slightly accented. How loud you want to play is up to you. But really just focus on the quality, getting the evenness and getting the sound. So for example, just do one drag and then stop, wait, listen, assess, and then do it again with maybe the opposite side. And just check, listen, really focus on the details and the quality. So the spacing of the notes in the drag, i.e. how close the grace notes are to the main note, are going to be determined by quite a few different factors. So for example, you could play quite a crushed drag if you wanted to, where the notes are very close together. So that'd be an example of maybe the way in which you might play sort of orchestrally speaking, yeah? But most of the time when we're using the drum kit, and we're playing grooves, we're going to be playing in some sort of subdivision of some kind, whether it's going to be 16ths or triplet bass stuff, binary or tertiary. And the idea then is that when you play your drag, most of the time it's going to fit within those subdivisions. So imagine we have our 16th note grid underneath. 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1. We could do a similar thing with triplets. So 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, 1. So you can see there's a note. It's the same drag, but we're just playing in different subdivisions. So just be very mindful of this when you're playing. Try and identify how you're feeling. Are you feeling it in 16th notes? Are you feeling it in triplets, etc., etc.? So what I suggest you do is don't use a metronome just yet. Just get used to alternating the flams and see what that feels like. Again, in this scenario, don't worry too much about the subdivision. You're not trying to work on timing. You're just trying to get used to the feel of what this rudiment is like. So it's going to go something like this. And again, we're not thinking about timing at the moment. So just play one drag, like a right-handed drag, and then play a left-handed drag. And then just alternate. Keep alternating. Etc., etc. And then when you feel comfortable with that, the next step is we're going to put that to the metronome. Okay, so I don't have a metronome on me, but we're gonna aim for about 60 beats per minute, which is approximately about here. So we're just going to do alternate drags. So as you're playing this, just be mindful, try and get some sort of awareness of the subdivision that you might be playing in, which is most likely going to be 16th notes, yeah? So there should be an underlying feel of most likely 16th notes. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh yeah, and just for clarity, just like the flams, when we talk about a right-handed drag, we're actually talking about the main note and not the grace notes. So a right-handed drag is going to have those 2 left-handed grace notes followed by the right hand playing the main note. Same as if you're playing a left-handed drag, it's going to be 2 grace notes in the right hand, followed by the main note in the left hand. Okay, so the second exercise is a 4-bar exercise. The first bar, we're going to play 2 right-handed drags, and we're going to play it on beats 1 and beats 3. So we're going to be resting on beat 2 and beat 4. So that's going to sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then in the second bar, we're going to play them on all the quarter notes. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Then for the third and the fourth bar, we're just going to flip that around. So we're doing the same exercises on the left side. So the third bar is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. And then for the fourth bar, it's going to be all quarter notes, left-handed drag. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, great. So let's put all that together. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Great, so with that exercise you can just keep repeating it, but as I said before, just really focus on the quality of the drags. So you want to make sure that the spacing is correct. Be aware of maybe the subdivision that you're playing in, although at the end of the day it's not massively serious because it's going to be the music and the style that you're playing in that's going to determine how you're going to be playing your drag. For now, just really focus on your timing, your control, and your sound as well. Okay guys, so that was the drag. Hopefully you enjoy it, have fun, and I will see you next lesson.